Automobile has been driven 100 miles per hour before shipment. Hey, good morning, guys. This morning, it's a Saturday morning in December down here in Southwest Florida, and we're going to a place called Marco Island. And the reason we're going to Marco Island is because there's a lot of people, we call them snowbirds, you may be one, that come down to the south, to South Florida, and we're over on the Gulf of Mexico side. So they come down here from their homes up north in the wintertime. And so the reason we're going out here is a lot of people who, let's just face it, have enough money to have a home down here on the Gulf of Mexico. They also, if they were car nuts, they also probably have their hot rod or one of their cars down here at their house, because you can drive a car around down here, a hot rod, year round. So what we're going to do now is we're going to a gentleman's garage down here, and he is basically a caretaker of cars for people who aren't here most of the year. So what he does is, this weekend he usually goes and he'll pull out all the people's cars that he works on or takes care of and does all their seasonal stuff on to get them ready. So when you come down, if you are financially secure enough to have a home on the beach down here on the Gulf of Mexico, that he has your car ready, so you get off your plane and you go to your house and your car is just sitting there ready to go. So we're going to go to what he calls his open house, which is where he has a lot of the cars he takes care of, and a lot of his customers come and their cars are out, and that's what we're going to do. So we're on our way there. There's a really mixed bag of cars. I don't know what he's going to have, but he invited me down, and that's where we're headed. And here's the bridge, and there's Marco Island. And where all those hotels are up there in the background is the Gulf of Mexico. So welcome to Marco Island, home of celebrities and just people who are not celebrities who make a lot of money. So we're going to probably see some concourse cars here. So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. All right, so we are here this morning, and we're going to take a look at some of the beautiful cars that are here. We'll take a quick wander around. First car we're going to look at, and I want to say that this is probably 55, 57. You guys are going to know because you're going to correct me. But this is a Cadillac, and the reason I'm checking this one out is because it's up on a lift out front here, and we can see underneath. So for those of you who have never been underneath a 57 Cadillac that has not been restored, or 55 Cadillac, let's take a look at this. Look at this X-brace on the frame. That is a huge, look at this frame. Everything, this car is a solid car. This is how they were built back in the 50s.
Yes, good solid car to
look at this thing.
Back to life.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm showing them, these guys on our thing. It's like looks like the only replacement parts they've done so far is just the tail, the last piece of the exhaust system. And this car is what, 20 years older than I am. So there's your gas tank. If you always wonder why what aluminum does. There's an aluminum gas tank. And there's a drain for a gas tank right there. So if you've never actually been under one of these old cars, you can see the big giant X frame. It's got a full frame in it. This is a solid car. And there's your floorboards. Look, the floor of this car is completely solid. No rust. Now, still got the white walls on it, the old white walls. It's got the fender skirts.
Here's its sister.
I misunderstood. I thought they had
So
that.
I'm looking now.
Are you?
Yeah, because golf course.
And you want one of three.
And now we've got two suicide door Lincolns. This one is in beautiful shape. Look at that. Look at the interior of this. This interior looks like it's brand new. It's got the wood inlays, the AM FM, or I'm sorry, the AM radio. There's your air conditioning right there. This is a convertible. This is gorgeous, gorgeous car. Black interior.
I asked our battery supplier, which is in Fort Myers, and Napa.
Let's see how many miles are on this. This says 1650. That can't be. That's not even close to being right. Why would it only have 1,650? That must be the trip odometer. I don't see where the regular odometer is. Electric windows, electric door locks. All these cool gauges. It's got the inner ring steering wheel with the wood steering wheel. Bench seat up front, suicide doors. Gorgeous. And then here's a hardtop version that is in need of restoration. Right here. It's got some good weight reduction going on around the wheel wells.
I'll take it from there, Dave.
Let's see. Some more weight reduction. That's not factory right there. Let's see. August of 09 was the last time. So Connecticut registration, August of 09 with this one. And interior, it's not bad. I know you can't see it. The car's locked right now. And this, look, it comes with the factory chrome two-tone on it right there. This is just a friendly door ding. Probably buff that out. Can't buff that out. And it's got that safety child's lock on the back.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Before?
That's a big, as I say, it's a big power plant. But this has the weight reduction going on around the wind. So, and it's got this factory two-tone chrome tape on here. So,
It looked good in the pictures.
yeah, yeah. So, well, you know, it was an option back then. So, look at this. That is a huge, huge motor. Big air conditioning unit. There is nothing new about this other than that red cap that goes on the battery. Other than that, look at the size of this engine. Huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giant engine. Ooh. It looks really complete though. So from August 09th, that's a really, really complete engine right there.
Yeah, it's a 58 sedan delivery, totally custom. They built it for the 2003 SEMA show.
Okay.
It was built by a company called Rust 2 Rods out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
So they built it for SEMA.
Yes.
And I was gonna say, because I looked at now, it's not a Nomad, it's a two-door wagon, right?
It's a two-door sedan delivery is what they call
Okay,
it. It's an
yeah,
Impala, but there was a sedan delivery, was basically a working man car.
Right.
You know, panel van basically, you know, and they just totally customized it.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
beautiful on the inside, yeah, when you had the back down all inside. And it has more room than an SUV. It looks,
Oh yeah.
it's big in there.
You know, it's on air ride, all four corners, and big stereo system. You know, they did it right.
And the door handles were shaved.
Everything's
and it's
shaved,
obviously
back.
channeled if it's sitting that low, so.
Yes.
But, I mean, it's really a looker.
Yeah, the
So-
paint is beautiful. The color's
it's
nice.
so
you know?
deep. The metallic
Yes.
in it is really, really deep.
Yeah, what a feat that was to do that.
So what's the transmission? What's it running? Is
It's a
it
700R Ford tranny with a 350 crate.
okay?
You know,
And then the gearing in the back, is it highway gears or more?
I'm not sure what the gearing was. I didn't get the information.
But it's not like 356s where you can't drive it.
Right,
It's
no,
like
it's got
highway
overdrive
gearing.
and everything, and it, you know, it drives down the road nicely. You know,
Tilt steering.
tilt steering, and
I
they
love
have
the
that,
gauge package. It's so classy. I mean, it's
yeah.
really a nice,
and
classy.
they put that acrylic inlay into the dash and the steering
I
wheel.
saw that,
Yeah, that was pretty cool the way they did that.
and it's in the doors too, right?
And then the you know, the
and the-
center console was
that's the
mimicked to look like the car. You know, it has
Yeah.
and then it has the rear has like the
Oh.
tail lights.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. I did
Got
notice
a
it
video
had to
back
be.
there. Yeah, it's
It's
really
even got the same curves. Yeah, you
Yes.
can see it, even the body curves. Everything about this car is just very classy. Understated paint. Firewall's been cleaned up, obviously. Brake system. Even detailed the alternator there. Everything under here is chrome or aluminum, except for the parts that have been painted body color. But it's just, it literally is. And now are these are like 59 or 58 Cadillac lights on there?
Well, those were for the 58 Impala.
Oh, so they
were,
came, so
but they're similar to, like you say, the 60.
it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And now we've got a Mercury here. Mercury ragtop. All black, etched glass. Look at the inside of this. Oh, look at that steering wheel. We've got to go check this steering wheel out. It's got the spotlights, got hood louvers. This thing is done as if it was in the 1950s. It has, are those is this a Cadillac? No, it's a Mercury, but it's got Cadillac hubcaps on it. So Cadillac rims. Look at this Mercury steering wheel. That is awesome. Interior, I would think has been completely redone with the rolled leather, and it looks like it's got new gauges on there. But I love that steering wheel. That steering wheel is just beautiful, beautiful steering wheel. Real Grand Sport. Buick Skylark. What stage? Stage 1, Grand Sport. Oh no, this is, we've already seen this.
They wanted me to go out Tuesday.
Hey, This is your shop, huh?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Jesse? So this is Jesse. This is his shop. And so tell me about what's going on today.
We're doing
almost getting hit by a
Don't get run
Rolls
by
Royce.
Rolls Royce. We're doing a little open house here today. So a bunch of customers down, bringing their cars, just showing them the shop, showing off their toys. So should be a pretty fun day.
There's a lot of our snowbirds are down.
There's a lot of snowbirds.
Probably first time couple times they've taken them out this season or something.
Pretty much. They all have problems right now.
Well, you know, that happens. So they're meant to be driven. So.
Yep.
And then this is your shop, which is down here on Marco.
Yep, Island Automotive.
And this is basically what you do is work on a lot of, you can work on anything.
We work on all cars, foreign, domestic, new and old.
Yeah.
But
you're known for your
classics,
hot rods and stuff like that. You're like the go-to guy down here for that.
Definitely so.
So, well, we're going to take a look and see
take a look around the shop, and there's food inside. Good, man.
Hey there, you made it.
Yeah, hey. How you doing? So how you doing this morning?
Good.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, no traffic. Thank God it was a Saturday and weather's perfect.
Yeah, it is.
An Auburn Cord Duesenberg Club. This is an Auburn. Supercharged. Auburn. This. Look at this boat tail.
And they're probably not even style anymore. You know, like something's new style. Yeah. That you could probably get some money for and make it signed in there.
Is a beautiful, beautiful car. I don't care who you are. That right there is a beautiful car. Look at this. Automobile has been driven 100 miles per hour before shipment. Look at that.
She always looks nice though, every time she comes in.
This has been at Caramel by the Sea.
Something's nice on. I always took there all the time.
What a beautiful car. I wish I could get the hood open.
She's a stunning lady, she really is.
It's got a Liberty Head silver dollar right there in the dashboard. 19,000 miles on this car. Unbelievable. Obviously aftermarket stereo, they didn't have them back then. But this is just a beautiful car. As I said, we are going to look at a lot of mixed bags of cars that are here. That is gorgeous. We're going to go up and look at this Corvette.
Listen, we're past the point of automatic.
Where the action is when the top
Those drawers are little anyway.
So I'm thinking, I believe it's a 67.
And we're putting some speakers in it, new wheels.
No, we just put
new tires, speakers, the interior lighting, new courtesy lights, new door switches. A lot of just basic stuff.
basic stuff.
Yeah, nothing major. Nothing to the motor. Nothing. Just what's under the hood?
What's this? A 67, right?
302. 302. Yeah.
So, you guys put that engine in?
No, actually,
Okay.
he bought it like that.
He bought it like that? I was gonna say I didn't know what happened to the original that they
No, he bought it
out.
like that, but we're doing some work to it.
Okay.
Getting a fuel pump, getting it running.
Okay.
This is sat a little bit, so.
So just doing a refresh?
Yep. Getting it running.
All right. We're going to take a look at this black fastback. So this is a beautiful black fastback Mustang. No, it's green. This is green. So this is, wow. Look at, you could see the metallic in that.
Yeah, okay, that's a 300. This is a...
Now it's an automatic. Couple things that aren't stock in here, little upgrades.
Been bored out to a 306.
Oh, is this yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just bought it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, bought it at the car show that was on the island on November 6th.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's got beautiful paint.
Yeah, he was friends with a Ford Racer, and the Ford Racer did the engine, transmission, sandblasted the bottom, cleaned it all up, painted it. So I just got it. It's been here for a couple weeks, and they still got a bit more work to do, but I drove it last night. It's a freaking beast.
Yeah. So it's a sweet looking. Looks like Steve McQueen's.
It does, doesn't it?
So it does have that
Yes.
that look to it. Except I think the paint on here. Or Eleanor. But I think the paint on this is way better than either of the movie cars. So that's some nice, beautiful paint on there. In fact, I thought it was black coming from that side.
See,
and then as soon as you come,
you have to see it in the sun.
yeah, I literally said it's black
day-
when I was walking that
yeah.
way, and then it came across. I'm like, no,
the day
it's
I was looking at it, it was supposed to rain, so it was overcast, and I was like, black, huh? The guy says, no, wait till the sun comes out. And the sun came out, and boom, it was
well, I mean, inside and out, it's just.
yeah, from what I understand, the inside, I don't think has ever been touched. I'm guessing because of the quality of the seats, they may have been redone, but I was told nothing.
No, I didn't even.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Me neither.
Get to talking, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was told the inside hasn't been touched, so I don't know. So I'm putting in a stereo in it on Monday, and
Right.
hopefully Tuesday driving it to South Carolina. I'll be
Oh,
deaf
really?
when I get there, but
There you go.
it'll be a fun
We're in
ride.
South Carolina.
York, just across from Charlotte.
Okay, I was just up there across from Augusta, so.
Okay.
So, but, it'll be a nice drive.
It will be fun.
So, is this your Christmas present to yourself?
It's kind of that. I just lost my wife in September.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So she always said, "What would you do if you came into my?" Or she always said
Right.
what she would do, and then I said, "Well, I'd find my '72 Mustang Mach 1 convertible. I don't care about muscle cars." Didn't ask you what you cared about.
Right,
You asked
US.
me what I'd get.
There you go.
So I came across this and got it.
Well, it's beautiful.
It is.
So-
It's going to be fun driving home.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you with it. So.
Take care. Nice
Yeah,
meeting
you too. All right. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna take a quick look at this. I don't know why we're running into a lot of Rolls Royces in the last couple days, but we're just gonna feature this. This is a nice classic one. That's all real wood. That's not a wood veneer. That's a real wood. And if you look at your dash, you set different things with the keys. You've got generators. You've got the screen, like the wipers, panel lights. And of course, you have the tray tables that go down there. The mandatory brake coupon that's on. That you need to carry that in every single Rolls Royce. Now this has a little bit of issues going on, but that's okay because this is a fun car. 61 Silver Cloud, beautiful, beautiful car. 1961 Silver Cloud. 1961, had power windows. Look at, these are really, really comfortable. It's like sitting on a couch. Plenty of room to get in. Very long car.
Two wonderful days.
All right, we're gonna take a look at this Cougar over here and this Super Sport. So here's a Super Sport Chevy II. It's an SS. It's got the standard rims that would have came with it, the rally rims. It is pretty much stock down to the wooden wheel, the shifter. That is actually the SS shifter that would have came with it. It does have some extra gauges in there. 327. Now, obviously, the engine's been massaged. Is this yours? So, hi, I'm Sean with Junkyards and Bar Finds. How you doing?
Good. We met up at the Rookery.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I didn't get a chance, I don't think, to put this car on, but real SS, obviously.
Yes.
So has the standard rims on the side that basically came with it, or they?
The rims that came with it weren't all chrome. They had that gray paint with the rim, the beauty rims on them.
Right.
Yeah. So,
okay. So they've been chromed, or are they just a different?
You can buy them chrome.
Okay.
Now.
So there's.
Yep.
And then tell me a little about the car. Original engine block or anything else? Or?
Original block. It has fuelie heads on it.
Okay.
Pretty radical cam. I put in rack and pinion steering.
Okay.
And changed the front suspension. Company out in Ohio makes called Church Boys Racing.
Okay.
Makes suspensions and components just for Chevy IIs and Novas.
Okay, so you didn't have to go with the Mustang 2 route like everybody else does, or like you used to have to.
This was a package, and it takes out all the old
I think I've seen it where you could basically unbolt it and then it bolts right in. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen people do that. So
you have to grind off the original rivets in order to use bolts in the same place.
Okay,
So
and then I saw inside the console, is that the original shifter? That looks,
it's a Hurst shifter using the original.
That's what I'm saying. It's the original. It's like a design, so it mimics the original shifter that's in there. Right?
Yeah.
You rarely, everybody else changes them. So when you see something like that, it's like, wait a minute, is that original?
The mechanism is a Hurst.
Okay.
With the original stem on it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I looked at that and it's like that's like a day 2 change. Everybody would pull that out, stick like the Hurst ball on there, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. And it's all steel.
All steel.
All steel car. So how long have you had it for?
I've had it for 5 years. All the panels are original.
Now, did you build it, or?
I actually purchased that in Michigan, if you can believe it.
This might have been my neighbor's car from Detroit, Rochester.
Goodrich area, yeah. Which is an hour north of.
It's a 67?
6.
My neighbor in Michigan had almost identical car.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you. It's fun.
Good. Yeah.
And the interior looks like it's basically stock, or has that stock appearance, like it's appeared to be stock.
New pieces put on.
Right.
I believe the back seat is original. Yeah.
So it's the original colors and everything.
Yes.
And is this the original color of the car? Do you know?
No, the original color was a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the original was that what are they called?
Nassau blue.
The Nassau blue. Yeah. Well, it's like everything's obviously, I don't know, obviously been chrome, but the bumpers and stuff. But I mean, it just looks. Yeah. It looks like if like a day 2 car, like you could have bought this and then somebody put the chrome package on at home, when you got a dress up kit. And this reminds me, I'm 55, so this would have been something I would have seen in my high school parking lot in like 84, because this is how it would have been done back then. It's
within a month or month and a half, it'll have aluminum heads on it. I already have the AFR heads with roller rockers.
And it does have an EFI, I think, right? Is that EFI? It's not points, or is it still points?
It's a Holly 4-barrel.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and was the air conditioning added, or?
I added that.
Okay, because everybody in Florida tries to add it.
Once I brought it down here, I put that on.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey,
there's one of our cars.
My pleasure. Thank you.
But yeah, thanks a lot, man. It's a really, really beautiful car.
It's a fun car, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Shane.
Sean, yeah. But I'll bet it scoots.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's just all really, really nice. And I love now the wood steering wheel. That's also something people use to change.
That's aftermarket. When I put the rack and pinion, I put a tilt column.
Oh, okay.
The smaller wheel.
The smaller wheel, yeah.
And amazingly, I sold the original wheel for more than that one cost.
That's what I was gonna say, because it's. But it literally has like that day 2 look. Like if you look at it,
yeah.
Which is really nice, you know.
It's a pretty clean car.
It's not been redone to the extremes. I mean,
well,
it's
old school build.
Yeah. It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
So, and even the way you integrated the aftermarket air conditioning, you know, you don't really notice it.
Right. Yeah.
So it looks like it fits.
That portion is the original color.
Okay.
See, so it's a little bit lighter than.
Okay, so it's almost like the Le Mans blue that they came out with later for the Camaros.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, and it's beautiful paint, everything about this car. It's just sweet. What gears are you running in the back? Do you know?
373s.
373s. Okay, so it could do some nice track stuff if you wanted it to.
It really needs a 5-speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's in the back of the mind, but you know, right now it's mainly in around town. I drive it often.
Right.
But go on the highway, it's geared too high.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're not driving this to Atlanta.
No.
If you are, it's gonna take you a while and a lot of gas. And today, 2 years ago, that wasn't an issue, but today, you don't want to have to remortgage your house. So, wow. Yeah, absolutely stunning. So there you go, guys. I know we've looked at some of the other foreign stuff that we don't normally look at, but we're back to our roots of looking at the real cool muscle car stuff. So, and then we've got a Cougar here, all vintage. It looks really, really stock. I don't know if this is stock or not, but it looks stock. It's a ragtop car, white interior, automatic. Looks like it has the original AM/FM radio in it. Does it have air? Let's see. Floor, yeah, no, heat. Yeah, it looks like it has cool, so I would say it had air conditioning, which is strange. And it has power windows, which is nice for a convertible to have. Obviously, you know, it's a driver. You can see some of the issues with paint. It's a really pretty car. It's got tilt steering. Really nice Cougar. Don't know who owns it. If you guys want to see this GS, we featured on its own video, this Grand Sport we featured a couple weeks ago. So if you look this up, I believe we did the Rookery Bay. I believe it's on the Rookery Bay video. It's really nice. It's got does not have a stock engine in it. It's a really sweet car. Let's see. And we featured this Shelby, which is the one of one Shelby. We've also featured this car before, and so if you want to see this one, it has its own video that we've done with the Series 1. Before we did the Series 1 here, it was this with his silver Viper.
Well, then she was looking at that place in back in tennis, because remember?
A couple other cars that are here. Marco Island convertible 73 Mustang. Very pretty convertible. You'll notice a lot of convertibles because we are on an island. And of course you have a white Eldorado convertible. This was one of those cars that was supposed to be the last convertible that was ever built by Cadillac. I like the fact it's got red, white, and blue lines put on it, highlights. We've also featured this Eliminator. You guys are aware of this Eliminator. We've featured this before on its own on the channel. So this is one of the cars down here that we featured. If you want to see more of this, we go through this whole car on its own video.
The engine. Nice.
Worth the drive?
Huh? Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. And a Mercedes SLR, which I'll be honest, when I was looking at it 10 minutes ago, I just looked at it quickly and thought it was a Viper. So it has a very Viperish look to it, but it's a Mercedes SLR. And then we have this classic Mercedes over here, which is a really sweet car. Now this has the same body style as the Gullwing cars back in the day, except that this is a convertible. It's obviously getting some work done to it. It's got some band-aids on the roof. And it's a 4-speed. And then we've got a gorgeous, gorgeous Ford. See, turn gas on before starting. That's when you know you have an old car, is when you have the sign that says turn gas on before starting. These were not just jump in and turn key cars in any way. And if we go inside the garage here, they've got a couple beautiful, look at this Corvette right here. Fuel injected Corvette. Look at the louvers on the hood. The original oh shit handles right there, 4-speed. So this is a real working garage, guys. They have all kinds of stuff. Beautiful Stingray, I would say. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Stingray that we've looked at before? Let's take a look. Okay. And sometimes they're just working on engines. So as I say, they're having a little bit of an open house. They're serving some food and such. And then you also have back here, you've got all kinds of stuff being worked on. What is that? If you look over there, you see a classic motorized bicycle. There's all kinds of cars back here.
You got me on though.
Hey guys.
Hey Sean.
Hey.
I wanted to catch up with you before you get out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, catch up with me now.
All right.
So, how you doing?
I'm Keith.
Oh,
this is my shop.
This is your shop, okay.
Take care.
So I was just walking around showing people, saying how you've been here since the 70s, and you got engines going on, and you got old stuff in here that people can just kind of take a look at, and you know, just a menagerie. So we didn't know what we were going to find when we got here. Here you go. Well, we didn't know what we were going to find.
First speech at Rookery Bay.
Oh, okay.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Remember me, but
huh? Yeah, I remember the first speech, which was when we were talking about finding the cars, junkyards, and all that. And basically, yeah, this is like an old school shop that you guys can do all the old school muscle, but you also do like the modern. You can pretty much do anything.
Literally.
And I was talking about on the way here, before we got here, that it's a different place in the rest of the world, because we have a lot of people who can afford to have homes here and they afford to have their dream cars here, but they want to get off a plane, jump in them, and drive. And so they have people like you that are basically people that take care of their houses, and then they have people that take care of cars. So when they get here, the cars are basically ready to drive. Because normally, if you leave people up north who have homes, they put their hot rod in they all know they put their hot rod in their garage for 6 months. When it comes out, it's not ready to take to the car show.
Thank you. Morning, Jack. Take one to go? One to go. One for Claire? One for Claire. All right.
So
maybe I'd better get another one then. So Claire gets one next week. Take care. Thanks for coming by, Jack.
So tell me about what's going on today, and tell me about your business, your shop, and what you do, and all that.
Well, you touched on a piece of it in the summer auto care program. It's more modern car, actually. We pick them up to condos and houses and run them about once a month is the goal. We say 3 weeks and then make sure we get a monthly, you know, as far as falling behind and weather. Because the batteries are always dead, tires.
Well, cars are like boats. If you don't take them out, they go bad. Seals go bad, they dry out, that type of stuff.
So we maintain that. And then in the vintage car stuff, in season everybody wants to go to a car show and we keep them alive. But if they're going to need an engine or major suspension rebuilds and stuff, the bigger jobs we put off till summer, which is our slow season.
Right.
And do the more labor, and if something's going to be 20, 30, 100 hours, we can't do that in the middle of the season rush because there's more modern cars to fix and keep so they can drive back north.
Right, so we're the opposite of most of the country.
Yes,
so our car shows are in the winter,
all winter,
and it's dead in the summer, whereas everybody's the rest of the world's doing their car shows in the summer.
As people begin to arrive, the winter residents in October, our car shows and activities start to build the 1st of November.
Right.
A little lull right now for the holidays, but then January, February, March is the car show season for us.
But the other thing is, if you can do this kind of stuff, if somebody trusts you with that's a boat tail Avalon, right? I believe
Auburn boat
or
tail
Auburn,
Speedster.
which a little bit of an expensive car. It's not your starter.
Yep.
But if you can work on that, and you can work on that, the Chevy II and some of the cars that are here, then bringing in just your regular car for services, you guys can handle pretty much anything. So
and the new car stuff, you know, there's electronics there.
Right.
And I have my crew's pretty diversified. I mean, we all like cars, but most of us are addicts in the respect of we love the old cars and we want to do them. You know, it's part of the fun and the adventures, and the customers that have these toys become part of the family for us, them, and them, us.
Yeah, but you don't work just on their toys, you work on their other stuff too. So everything, so you can do anything pretty much here.
If their new Jaguar doesn't start, we fix it, and if their old Jaguar, Nova, whatever doesn't start, we fix it.
There you go.
And it's American domestic.
And you've been down here in South Florida for...
I moved here in '72.
Yeah, so you've been here...
Business since '79.
So you started with the muscle car era.
Yeah, I'm now working on cars that I worked on when they were new.
So, yeah, well, you know, and they still love them, still look new. So, but anyway, well, thank you for inviting us down, and I appreciate it. And if you want, I'll be happy. We'll put your information in the description if anybody's down here or sees this and wants to, you know, come over, reach out to you for something they do.
Every day there's something cool to see, just to stop by. We often have some popcorn here that's fresh.
And I found that even the gentleman here that had the Mustang, I mean, he came here, he's taking his car back to South Carolina. So they trust you enough to come a couple states down just to make sure that you're working on it. So it's nice to have a good reputation and good
we have some customers that rotate their cars. You know, that they may have a dozen or 2 dozen cars, and they bring a couple down each year, and we get them back into shape, and then they take them and bring another set back.
Okay.
Because they've been happy with our services. So a lot of the stuff the guys buy at the auction now, you know, they're pretty and shiny, but the body shop never restored the suspension and drivetrain.
It looks really, it looks like this.
Looks brand.
It looks like that. Except it looks like that underneath.
Yes. And so then we make it work again. We put the radiators and water pumps in it so they quit overheating, and in our climate, cooling system updates become mandatory.
Right. And then I've noticed a lot of the clients here, they have air conditioning in some of the old cars that didn't come with it, and that's probably a big thing here, is bringing muscle cars down and
we do some AC work.
Especially installing like vintage
air stuff. And we did one that turned out really cool. It was a 1960, I think it was, Chrysler 300 convertible. So under the hood, the bracketing made it fit in the original locations. I mean, so at the end we made it look like it belonged there.
Right.
And you know, it's not the cheapest way to do it, but at the end it doesn't just look like you screwed hoses to the fenders and, you know, a sloppy installation.
And down here, if you're going to be here in the summer, sometimes even in the winter nowadays, you kind of have to.
Or if you want your wife to go to dinner with you.
Right. Yep.
Once the hair's all done, you got to have the AC on.
Yeah. Yes. So, or in the rain when it's hot and you're trying to drive home from that car show and it's super hot, you don't want all the fog on the inside. You want some cool air on you.
Even in our winter.
Yeah.
The Yankees don't know that it's cool.
Yeah. So, well, I appreciate y'all talking to us, letting us take a look at everything. It's really cool. This would be cool even if there was no cars here, because it's almost like a little car, I don't want to say museum, but it's like a cool car place. Even if, like, I mean, just all the stuff that you have on the walls back there, the model of the old car things that you have behind this, some of the stuff. So it's just, and when you come in, honestly, when I first walked in, I'm like, wow, they even have like a little deli here, just because it kind of has a look like that. It's very clean, it's very friendly. They even have a corner booth.
I love our booth.
So that's what I said. It kind of reminded me. I'm like, wait a minute, am I in the deli side or am I in the?
But good to see you. Thanks for coming by, Mo.
Anyway, guys, so we're gonna put this information down here, and all these cars that you've seen. If the people here are happy with this, you would definitely be happy with it. I've just met so many people that talk this place up, and I've been getting told I have to come and see it. So we finally got here to see it today, and we're glad we did. So thank you. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe, and please, if you're in South Florida and you need something, give these guys a call, because they're here. So appreciate it, and we'll see y'all next time. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.